Salawam Akim, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'asim, Yahweh Sai, Ba'asim, Hot, Rakar Kadas, double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and taught me this truth, and peace and salutation to your Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity.
The deadly shooting that's inflamed racial tensions in a Georgia community. Tonight, video has surfaced of an African-American man being chased down and killed. His family says he was just out jogging. We should warn you, the video is graphic. Here's CBS's Omar Villafranca.
This cell phone video captures the final moments of Ahmaud Arbery's life while he was jogging through this Brunswick, Georgia neighborhood in February. Arbery was confronted by Gregory McMichael and his son Travis, who shot Arbery twice with a shotgun before the 25-year-old collapsed and died. Arbery's mother, Wanda Jones.
Proves that my son was not committing a crime. He was out for his daily jog, and he was hunted down like an animal and killed.
Gregory McMichael was the only witness in the police report. He told investigators he thought Arbery was a burglary suspect and ordered him to stop. McMichael then said Arbery violently attacked his son, and the two fought over the shotgun before Travis shot him twice. At the time, no charges were filed. Attorney Lee Merritt represents Arbery's family.
Nothing else after that video today. Both of the McMichaels, Gregory McMichael and Travis McMichael, should be behind bars.
McMichael is a former law enforcement officer who used to work for the local DA. Due to conflicts of interest, the case is now on its third prosecutor, who says he will ask a grand jury to bring charges.
I'm hoping that all hands involved, they're indicted and they go to jail.
CBS News reached...
Right, so basically, what's this inciting? Race wars. So race wars is coming to America in a major way. Yeah, race wars are coming to America in a major way, man, and it's all leading up to this great judgment, man. The fall of Babylon. Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginnings of sorrow. All right, when you say nations shall rise up against nations, that's race wars, man. Now you got two white men, all right, just killed two so-called white men, just killed a so-called black man. And everybody's incited right now because this happened all the way in February, and now they just released the video about a couple days ago, and now they're trying to charge the guys. When they seen the footage, the police officers had the footage since day one. The public just seen the footage, and now everybody's going irate, and you can see how this race war is intensifying, man. All right. So people in this kingdom are going to go against each other, all right, because their hearts are waxing cold. Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, all right? See? All right, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulations, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. Right, because these race wars combined with civil unrest, combined with sedition of men, combined with economic collapse, combined with pestilence, combined with famine, all right, all of that is going to equal a great tribulation, all right, and then to top it off with those intercontinental ballistic missiles that will be launched from one end of America, one end of the world to the other, all right. So this is it. And this is beautiful times that we will be living in, all right? And these days are being sped up. Why? For the elect's sake. Verse 22, and except those days should be certain, there should no flesh be saved, But for the elect's sake, those days shall be certain. Right. That's why Yahweh Shem outside. Hey, he's wrapping up because the elect are being sealed. The elect are being sealed, and so that's why everything is intensifying, and all these prophecies are happening simultaneously and happening at a rapid pace. Second Ezra 15:15 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Why? Because destruction and mass terror and horrible things are coming upon this planet. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another people, and swords in their hands, right? Because these race wars, it's becoming apparent that Esau is still with the shits. He's still killing people. Killing so-called black men in the middle of the streets, and eventually it's getting to the point where 2/3 of Israel are gonna pop. All right, and they're gonna go all ham out on they're gonna go all crazy on Esau. All right, because they're being pushed into a corner. All right, and these lower Edomites, they about to pop too because they losing their middle class jobs. All right, so they're not used to having or going without or dealing with lack, and now they have to. So they're gonna lose their mind and commit suicides and be a part of these race wars because they believe you Israelites are the problem. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor prince. So they're not going to listen to the governors. They're not going to listen to Trump or Pence, okay, Pelosi, Scrumer. They're not going to listen to none of these political figures. They're going to just go ham, all right? Because if they don't have no food and water, you go ham. And the course of their actions shall stand in their powers. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because they're going to have roadblocks. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Right? You're going to have bad times. The house shall be destroyed. They're going to fucking take everything you got for booty and kill you. And the men shall be afraid. So men are going to be afraid. How much more the women? All right, so it's going to be a horrible time. And these race wars are kicking off right now. All right, they're being stirred up in the spirit, and they're leaking out into the physical. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So these people are going to be fighting amongst themselves. All right, you're going to have race wars. You're going to have people fighting their own race. You're going to have friends, best friends turning on each other. So this is going to be a horrible time that is about to happen on this planet. Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 24. At that time shall friends fight against one another, like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. All right, so you gonna have friends that's fighting against each other. All right, best friends, neighbors. All right, and they're going to fight each other like enemies for the lack of bread, water, and food. And then they ain't going to have no water when it says the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So they're not going to have no water. You know, these people are going to be madmen because America has been spoiled. All right, and this place is not going to be healed. There's nothing going to be here but mad war. All right, civil war. All right, civil unrest, sedition amongst men, famine, pestilence, all kind of crazy stuff. The Lord's gonna release the fourth dimension where you're gonna see goblins and phantoms and ghost-like figures, and it's just gonna get nasty, man. And you can see that right now. All right. And if you watch that TV show, what is it called? The Walking Dead, man, that's a perfect example of how it's gonna be out here, but 100 times worse. All right, but that gives you a clue and kind of puts you in the mindset that you need to be in, because hey, it's gonna be every man for himself, man. All right, so you're gonna need to have the Yahweh Shem Yahweh in His Word, all right, for your deliverance to occur. All right, we all want to go back. You know, we want to be a part of that number, be accounted to be a saint. All right, and the work and to be a part of Yahweh Shem Yahweh's army. All right, and be the first fruits, the 144,000. All right, and 130 elect. Okay, so Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. See, it's gonna be all out hell out here in these streets. You're gonna have black against white people, Chinese against white, you know, black against Chinese, Ethiopian against Samoans. You're gonna have neighbors against neighbors, best friends against best friends, social buddies against social buddies. All out hell. Walking Dead is a perfect movie to see all the backstabbing and betrayal that goes on in the lawless society. All right, so everybody gonna be at everybody's neck in this time, and these race wars. All right, dealing with this situation with this fatal jogging shooting. Hey, this is only going to intensify it. This is only going to make it worse. If you got a man running, jogging, and you got two men plotting to take him out for no reason, they just said he looks like somebody who was going to commit a burglary, but he's jogging with a shirt on, and you got a shotgun and and a pistol in your hand. Come on, man, it's over. And then Esau hold himself unaccountable. He don't hold himself accountable for none of that. That's why they didn't get trial. All right, and that's
now with newly released video in a racially charged case in Georgia. 25-year-old unarmed black man who was chased by two white men and fatally shot. A district attorney now says a grand jury should decide whether to bring charges against the men who were not arrested. Steve Osunsami is in Atlanta with this story for us.
See, he wasn't arrested. Why? Because they don't give a care about Jake. The laws don't apply to Jake. All right, you don't have a constitution in this society. This ain't your society. That's why we commanded to come out of her. All right. One moment. Zechariah 11:4. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. All right, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Right, and in slavery, this is exactly what they said, and they still saying it right now. We're in economic slavery, mental slavery. All right, so the people of the slaughter is you Israelites. All right, and whose possessors slay them. Right, so you get killed all day and night for no reason, and they hold themselves not guilty, meaning they don't hold themselves accountable. I didn't do anything. I get off scot-free. They get off scot-free. And that sell them, see, they put us on auction block and sold us in slavery. Now they put you on the fucking NFL field and use you like a slave right there. And they got you on the day when they announce you making it to the NFL, they put you on a fucking stage like an auction block and tell you what team you're gonna go to. See, nothing new under the sun. It's this devil is just a serpent. All right, he just makes it he disguises it. All right, and 2/3 ain't gonna get it because they don't have spiritual eyesight to see what's going on. All right, so these devils held themselves not guilty, and right in this situation, they shot that boy and they held themselves not guilty. But guess what? Things are turning around because, all right, it been brought out to the public, and now they're being arrested. And I'm not saying they gonna go to jail or nothing like that, but at least the spotlight is on it. All right, because guess what's happening to these devils? Deuteronomy 30. Okay, simultaneously while we're coming out of the curses, these devils are going into the curses. All right, so they catching hell on an all-time level, more than ever before. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. All right, so they thinking they're gonna get off scot-free because the people that shot him, one of the older man, he was a police officer, and the guy, his son, he was his son. So they were heavily affiliated with the DA and the police officers out there. All right, so no, they didn't get held accountable, but Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to hold them accountable. All right, that's why they're going to be destroyed. Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. All right, and we know according to Isaiah 55:11 that the Lord says, Isaiah 55:11, so shall my words be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So his word can't come back void, meaning that's what, if he said it, it's going to get done. All right? So all of this stuff is about all of this stuff is manifesting. All of these prophecies are manifesting right before our very eyes. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, do all these things. See, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai does all these things. All right. So when he says that Esau's house is going to be stubble, that means stubble is stuff you put in the fire to keep it going. All right, so these people are gonna be gonna be burned up in a big bonfire. All right, and they're gonna be stubble, and there's not gonna be no more Esau, Edom. That whole kingdom, that whole tribe is gonna be destroyed. And with that, I hope that was edifying to the hopeful elect. All praise due to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Ha Rakar Kadosh. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who ruled well and taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to you, Akim, across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Shalom.